Question number 3. Good stuff. Make sure you guys are writing these things down. Number 3. How does a guy decide when to pursue somebody?
Linda?
I'm not a guy.
Oh.
I've never pursued.
I know, we're working on that. Are you ready to get married? Gentlemen, are you ready to be a husband? Do you have the money to take care of a wife? How come you always talk about money? Because it takes money. Let me help you. This is an expensive habit I got.
I didn't start that way, though. He
No, but-
showed me how to be that way, and I learned.
And she rose to the challenge.
It took somewhere between 15 and 20 years, but once I learned it, oh, man.
She's a master.
For the last 15 to 20 years, I've really gotten it down.
Just every 30 days, she just lets you know the
Yep.
damage.
I was freaking out
I just
there.
had to bless somebody.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah, tomorrow's another day too. Get ready. But how do you know when to pursue someone? When you have your finances in order, when you have your character in order, when you're in good relationship with your pastoral team at your church, when you have trouble when you don't have any more trouble with your bosses, when you have everything around you at peace, then financially you're ready to be a husband. Because your body was ready a long time ago. We mentioned sex to a guy. He goes, "Oh yeah?"
Now, I have a question then. Does that mean that somebody shouldn't get married if they have to have a two-income home to survive? Because most people do need to have that.
No, they do. But what they need to understand is that the person that they're marrying needs to be responsible. Because a lot of times people don't marry responsible people. They marry very irresponsible people. And he goes laying up on the crib on the couch. Because he's just inside, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, if he's a lazy bum before they get married, he'll be one after they get married.
A bigger one.
He'll be a bigger lazy bum. Actually, you don't know anything about him yet. Before, the only way to truly, really know a person is to marry him. The minute you marry him, you find out. And I'm not talking about finding out what kind of underwear they wear. I'm not talking about, you can find that out in a lot of different ways. But what you find out is that you find out not only their habits, but you find out their standards. You find out the things they'll allow. You find out everything about a person. You find out if they're a great person who is just on the launching pad of life. Or because all of us go through difficult times. Until I got saved, I never held a job for more than a year. There were times when I would have 3 or 4 jobs in 1 year before I got saved. So it's not an issue of a job. It's an issue of, even though I was going through that, as a lost person, I was still responsible. I never treated Linda, never treated her parents with disrespect or dishonor, even when I wasn't a Christian. Because that's part of your makeup. You don't all of a sudden become a Christian one day and then have great character the next day. That character or those foundations are in your life, and they're nurtured by becoming a believer. Your integrity becomes much greater, much stronger. And so when do you pursue a woman? When you're ready to. Until you're ready, all you're doing is that you're kindling a flame in her. And when you kindle that flame in her, you are causing her to sin and to actually wax wanton, which just means that she's going to throw off her commitments to Christ because she wants you at that moment more than she wants Christ. That's one of the challenges, ladies, with guys that you don't really know about, but you bring them to church. That's one of the greatest challenges. And you have problems. They're just problems. It just becomes a real problem. Well, he's a really nice guy. You don't know anything. How about that girl that's standing up for her boyfriend that's the Craigslist killer? And she is swearing, that, no, he's a great man. He's just really wonderful. But they've got all the evidence that the guy's killed a number of women. Masseuse is on top of it. While he's engaged, about ready to be married in a couple months. Well, is that what you want your boyfriend to do? Make sure that he gets over to some massage parlors and exotic dancers a couple months before you get married? Oh, he's got great character. Really? Why don't you check that one out? Ladies, if you don't know the foundation of a man's life, you don't know the man. You don't know him. You think you do. And we can actually have a line made up of ladies from here all the way to the lakefront. Because there are that many women who I've had in my office that have cried in front of me, telling me, I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have done it right. Now my life is wrecked. Ladies, you only have this one chance. God will give you a fresh start, but that first chance messes you up. Same way as it does in life. You got one chance. If you don't do it right the first time, you're going to spend the rest of your life trying to make up for some of the things that happened that you're no longer really blessed about.
Dr. T always says boys are liars and girls love to be lied to.
They lie. I had a fella tell me the other day, he goes, I just told him, I said, listen, I said, you don't like that answer? I said, just make one up. He said, really, make one up? I said, yeah. He said, well, I'm trying to stop lying. I said, that's not really lying. That one is anyway.
Moving right